Hey, we are back. Uh, just give everybody a couple minutes to log in and get tuned in. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna get the rest of my stuff set up here. Okay, so we are back for our second video. Second lesson. Last week was lesson 1. This week's lesson 2. And just give me a second here. I'm trying to pull this up on my other screen. Okay. So, lesson 2. Last week we covered some things. Anyone who's watching for the first time, you can still go back and watch last week's lesson. We covered finding C, we covered our finger numbers, we covered a C scale, we learned a couple songs. So yeah, if you haven't seen that yet, you can still go back and watch that one. You should be able to keep up with today anyway, and if you're struggling to keep up, if there's some things that you missed from last week, then yeah, like I said, go ahead. Find last week's lesson. It's still in our Facebook page. It's also on YouTube, so I'll post that link at the end. And yeah, we'll just get started. So, yeah, I was talking about last week we did C, finding middle C and any C. So I'm just going to turn my camera around here. There. I think I had it upside down. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see okay. Just comment if you can't. So, finding C, we always just go to looking at our piano. We have sets of 3 black keys, sets of 2, 3, 2 the whole way, and we're looking for a set of 2 black keys. I'm finding mine right here in the middle, and we are going to go backwards 1 to the white key. And here is C. This happens to be middle C because it's in the middle of our piano. And just really quickly, again, if you want to go and find any other C, we have 3 black keys, so that's not what we're looking for. Let's move on. 2 black keys, and we have C again here. We have another C down here, 2 black keys, and really quick, filling in all the blanks, we have C, D, E, F, G, and we start over again at A, B, and here we are back at middle C. Awesome, so we covered that last week, so we are not going to go too much more into that, but again, if you want to find last week's video to catch up, then no problem. So now that we have middle C, I want you to get your finger numbers. Remember, we learned that last week as well, starting from our thumbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going through this stuff quick because, like I said, it's in last week's video. So we're going to put finger 1 on middle C. Here, I'll just move forward a little bit. Finger 1 on middle C, and we have finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another thing we learned last week was our C scale. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and sneaky thumb. Remember, we're gonna sneak our thumb underneath finger 3 all the way up to F. Rainbow fingers over top. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So now I'm going to slow it down a little bit, and we're going to learn a couple new things. So put our hand back at middle C position, and last week we only had our right hand. This week we're also going to add our left hand and put both of our thumbs, finger 1, on middle C. So we have finger 1s at the same time, 1, and then we're both going to put finger 2s, then finger 3s, and then we're going to do sneaky thumb at the same time. 1. Rainbow fingers at the same time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. So that's different than last week. We only had our right hand, finger 1 at middle C. This time we have both our thumbs at middle C. And this scale is, we can call it our mirror scale because it's kind of like a mirror. Our fingers are doing the opposite at the exact same time. But it's also called our contrary motion. Contrary means opposite, so we're going to be doing the opposite with our hands. So 1 at the same time, but going opposite direction, 2, 3, and we're going to get our sneaky thumb there again. 1, rainbow fingers over top, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. And now, if you haven't been able to do that yet, then go ahead and try that a couple times. And then I'm going to show you how to do it backwards. So starting just like we did last week with our right hand when we came down the opposite, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 3 over top, and 2, and 1. We're going to do the same thing with both of our hands at the same time. So both finger 5s are going to be at the far C's, middle C in between, and we're going to go 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s, cross our finger 3s over top, 3s, 2s, and 1s. Awesome. So this is called, again, our contrary motion C scale. We're going to actually keep our hands in this position for most of today's lesson. We're going to start learning how to do things with both of our hands. Last week we focused only on our right hand. That was for 2 reasons. 1, because it's easier to start with just one hand, and 2, I didn't have a way to rig my camera to show you both my hands. So here we go, we can do both this time. So starting here at finger 1, we're going to do that contrary motion scale one more time. And then I'm going to teach you some new stuff. So 1s, 2s, 3s, cross finger thumb, your finger 1 underneath, our sneaky thumb. Finger 2 next, all our fingers over top. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then coming back down, I'm just going to do it all at the same speed. Perfect. So just like I said last week, when you are doing just your one hand, try to get rid of that gap in between where our sneaky thumb is. So focus on doing that with both of our hands. You can try that just a couple times. If you need to do it slower so that we can get all the same tempo. And then same thing when you're coming back down. Try to get that without a pause in between. Cool. Okay, so we have a couple new things that we're going to learn today. So, last week we learned having our right hand versus our left hand. Both of them are finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to talk about a couple different symbols. So whenever we are referring to our right hand in music, well, in piano, we're going to use a treble clef. Treble clef looks just like that. Typically in piano, the treble clef will tell you to use your right hand. But what the treble clef actually means is to use the higher part of the piano. So any high sounds are going to be treble sounds. And since they're on the right side of the piano, we use our right hand for them. And then the other one is a bass clef. And that's going to be our left hand, or the low notes of the piano, since the low notes are on the left side. So a good way to remember which one is which, our bass clef is the lower part of the piano, just like the basement of our house is the lower part of our house. So if we're going to go downstairs to the basement, then we're going to be using our bass clef, the lower part. And then our treble clef, so any kids watching or adults, if you remember when you were a kid, typically our bedrooms are in the upstairs part of our house. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes people have their room in the basement. But imagining that your bedroom is in the upstairs part of your house, anytime that you get in trouble and you get sent to your room, you have to go upstairs to the high part of your house, kind of like a treble clef is the high part. That one's a bit of a stretch, but if it helps you remember. And then the easier one is bass clef, lower part, just like the basement of your house. Awesome. So throughout today's lesson, I'm going to be referencing these two, the treble and bass clef. I think that'll work it this way. This is my right hand, this is my left hand, treble, bass. So anytime that we're using our right hand, I'm going to show you the treble clef. Anytime we use our left hand, I'm going to show you the bass clef. So let's go back to a song that we did last week. We're going to do Mary Had a Little Lamb, and that one we used our right hand. So we're going to use our treble clef. And just give me a sec to get set up here. So last week we did it just by number, and we're going to use our right hand. So starting back finger 1 at middle C, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Little lamb, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Awesome. Now, a couple things about this song. Notice how I have 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 dot. So the reason that I have that dot there is just for timing, because we're going to pause and hold that note a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, 2 is 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3, 3, 3 dot. That's also 4 beats, but we're going to hold that 3 dot a little bit longer. But what we're actually looking at are quarter notes. Any note that is 3, 2, 1, 2, all one beat by themselves, that's a quarter note. And then whenever we have this dot here that I added, just a single dot, then we're holding those notes a little bit longer. Those ones are half notes, and they look like that. So moving this over, our quarter note is completely colored in, and our half note has a little hole in the middle. A quarter note is 1 beat, a half note is 2 beats. We're going to hold it down 1, 2 for our half note. Another little trick to remember the difference between them. For a quarter note, I always call them pi. So for our Mary Had a Little Lamb, we have pi, 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 pi. Pi, 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 pi. I'm going to show you this one actually. Pi, 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 pi. This one, since it has a dot, is our half note, ice cream. So we're going to call our half note ice cream. I find using pie and ice cream easy because usually I'm always hungry, so I'm thinking of food anyway, so it's a good way for me to find the difference between them. So half note, ice cream, or 1, 2 beats, and our quarter notes are 1 beat, or pi. There's one more that I'm going to teach you at the end of this song, but I'm going to go through, I'm going to keep our quarter note and our half note here so we can see. And I'm going to point along. Again, we're going to stick with our right hand. And let's try the whole song. We have pie, 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 ice cream. So make sure you hold that half note. Pie, pie, ice cream. Pie, pie, ice cream. And then the last one. Pie, 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 pie. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the last one that we're going to learn right now. That one is called a whole note. A whole note is kind of like a half note where you have a hole, but without the stem. A whole note is just a big O or circle. That one, 1, 2, 3, 4. A whole note is 4 beats. Another way to remember that one is chocolate milkshake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people say chocolate because that's how it's spelt, but typically I always say chocolate. a little bit quicker and easier, chocolate milkshake. So we have our whole note, chocolate milkshake. We have our half note, ice cream, and we have our quarter note, which is pie. Cool. So we're going to move on now to a different song, and we're going to come back to this notation that we just learned, the pies and the ice creams and the chocolate milkshake. But going back to where we were with middle C position, remember that's when we have both of our thumbs on middle C. Oh, make sure you can see. There we go. So both of our thumbs on middle C. We're going to learn a new song today, keeping our hands in this position. So remember, both of our thumbs are sharing that middle C. So look for the two black keys, go to the left, to the white note, and both of our thumbs on middle C, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna stay in this position. This is called middle C position because both of our hands are at middle C. So this next song we're going to do, this time I wrote it out by numbers for you, and I have R for the right hand, L for the left hand. And we're just going to follow along starting from the left. So our right hand, right hand, right hand, left hand, left hand, left hand, left hand. Okay, let's try this song. Just like last week, I am going to just read it to you, and I want you to try and play it, and I'm not going to show you what it sounds like yet, and see if you can figure out what the song is. As soon as you figure out the song, go ahead and comment, and be the first one to tell us what the song is. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 4 with our left hand, 3, 3, 4. And just like I did before, I'm going to add a little dot here because we're going to hold that 4 for an extra beat. That's going to be our half note. Then we're going to move up to our right hand, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and that 1 is going to be a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. So that's going to be our chocolate milkshake. Okay. I don't see anyone commenting yet which song it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it. So both of our hands, middle C position. We're going to go with our right hand. 1, 1, 1. Left hand, 4, 3, 3. Ice cream with our finger 4. Then our right hand up here. Pie, 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 pie. Chocolate milkshake. That's going to be finger 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Good. Again, feel free to comment which song it is. Oh, there, I see somebody's comment now. I didn't see it before. Yeah, Jennifer, you got it. Old MacDonald. So, try that one again. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Awesome. And then if you know the song, that part repeats itself. So I'm going to put my repeat dots here. Anytime we see these two dots at the beside the two double lines here, that just means to go back to the beginning and play that part again. Oh, and on his farm he had a duck. E-I-E-I-O. Good job. And then we already repeated it, so let's get rid of those repeat dots. Good. I'm not going to do the rest of the song right now. But as you would know, it would be with a quack quack here. So we're going to come back to that. We're going to do that part after. Okay, I just want you to get comfortable with that one more time, and then I'm going to show you something new. So both hands back at middle C position. 1, 1, 1, 4, 3, 3, 4. So notice how we're going from our right hand finger 1 3 times down to our left hand. So don't accidentally play your right hand finger 4. 1, 1, 1, 4, 3, 3, 4. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. And with the pies and ice creams, pie, 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 ice cream. Pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. feel free to screenshot this so that you can try and play that one again later. Okay, now I'm going to take that away, and we're going to go to something a little bit more advanced. So we have, here's the top, middle C position, just like we talked about. We have both of our finger ones on middle C, our right hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our left hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, before we didn't talk about what notes we're actually playing. We just did it by number, but you'll notice that both of our thumbs are in middle C, which means our right hand we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, D, E, F, G. Our left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, B, A, G, F. So now we're going to try that same song. Here you'll notice we have our repeat dots, we have our whole note or our chocolate milkshake, and we have our half note or our ice cream over here, and then the rest of them are pies. The difference is I put this one with finger 1 with our right hand before, but both of our thumbs are on middle C, so you can play finger 1 with either hand and it'll still work. So let's try that together. Pie, 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 ice cream. Pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. Okay, and then now we're going to try it saying those letters. C, 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 G, A, G. E, E, D, D, C. And then here is the rest of the song. We have with the C, 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 C. Good job. Pie, 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 ice cream. Pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. Nice work. Okay, I'm going to put this one away. We're going to stay in our middle C position. This next song that I'm going to teach you, I wrote it out using letters only. So before we were doing it by numbers, and then we did Old MacDonald with numbers and letters. This next one, we're going to keep our hands in middle C position. And see if you can figure out this one. So once again, I'm going to read it out loud, try to follow along and play it and see if you can figure out what song it is. So we're going to keep both of our hands in middle C position, and this G right here is going to be finger 4 with our left hand. This D is going to be finger 2 with our right hand. Okay? So starting with finger 4, we're never going to use this G up here with finger 5. So anytime you see a G, notice how it's a little bit lower. So we're playing this lower G with our left hand. And the highest note we're going to get up to is this E right here with our right hand. So as long as you're staying within this range, we're only going to be using these fingers in between. Awesome. So go ahead and try and play it. G, G, D, D, E, E, D. Notice our little dot there. That means half note or ice cream. And then this C with finger 1, C, C, B, B, A, G. And that G, we have another ice cream. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And as soon as you know it, once again, just send a little comment. Let us know that you know what song it is. G, G, D, D, E, E, ice cream. C, C, B, B, A, G. Good. Starting from finger 2 again with our right hand. D, D, C, C, B, B, ice cream with A. D, D, C, C, B, B, ice cream. And then we're going to repeat that beginning part with our repeat dots here. G, G, D, D, E, E, D, C, C, B, B, A, G, ice cream on G again. Good job with that half note. So this song, I think you all recognize it by now. We're going to do it with the words. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. We'll just sing along and then we can talk about what it is after. So starting again from G, I'm going to get rid of our repeat dots. We have twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. And then back to the beginning. So we'll put our repeat dots there, or the little smiley face like Andrew said. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. So all of these notes here are our quarter notes, or our pies. And then we have that dot here because we're going to hold that D, ice cream. And then down here, same thing, quarter, quarter, or pie, 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 G, ice cream with our dot. And we got another half note there. Okay. So that song we did by letter. And I have one more song for you. This one I wrote out a little bit differently. I pulled out all the stops. Actually, before I move on from this song, I wanted to say, so this song, we talked about what it was. We were saying Jingle Bells, but just like Barb Anderson said, it's also the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And the difference is this is not a quarter note. We'll talk about what that one is another time, but we have that one faster. L, M, N, O, P. And another song that this is, ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? So once again, we're not playing a quarter note here. Have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bigs full. Yeah, so 3 different songs in one. Okay. So this last one, we did this song last week and we're going to add to it because we're going to have both of our hands. So this one, we're going to start by using only our treble clef. There we go. Okay, so only our right hand, because we're using our treble clef, hand, thumb back on middle C. We're gonna have fingers starting with finger 3. Pie, pie, ice cream, pie, pie, ice cream, pie, 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 chocolate milkshake, pie, 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 ice cream, ice cream. And then back to the beginning. Pie, pie, ice cream, pie, pie, ice cream, pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. Jumping down here. Pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. Awesome. So in the last song when we did the LMNOP, or we also had have you any wool? So those faster notes that we are doing are called eighth notes. So that one is the last one I didn't show you yet. That one looks like this. When you have 2 eighth notes connected together, we have 2 of them will make 1 quarter note. So you just play them faster. They're like half beats. And that one we call apple. So anytime we see these, we can say apple and play it a little bit faster. So when we get here, apple. Let's try that again, add our pies in. Pie, 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 apple. Awesome. And then we have our double over here as well, our apple. Okay. Just because we're getting a little bit low on time, I'm going to move a little bit quicker, and we're going to now add our left hand in for this song. So we're going to switch to our bass clef. Remember the basement of our house, the lower part of our house, just like the lower part of the piano. And we are going to put, since we're playing with our left hand, finger 1 still in middle C position, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be our left hand. And we're going to try and play that at the same time that we play our right hand. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, we can also call them chocolate milkshake. So we're going to put both of our hands at middle C position, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky because we're going to be doing 2 different things at the same time. Our right hand is going to be pie, pie, ice cream. Our left hand is going to be chocolate milkshake. When you play them together at the same time, pie, pie, ice cream, if we're counting our right hand, or chocolate milkshake if we're counting our left hand. Awesome. Quick shout out to Matt because he just joined. Hi, Matt. Both hands, again, middle C, and we're going to try and play this whole line together. Our bass clef down below, our treble clef up high. Actually, let's use... There we go. Takes up less room. Okay, so let's try and play this together. So our left hand, all it's doing is going 2, 3, 4, walking all the way down while we're playing this. It might be a little bit tricky to get the hang of. Go ahead and try it. We'll try it together. And then take time and practice it, go nice and slow, and work on getting it both together. I'm going to do the timing for the right hand, by the way. Pie, pie, ice cream. Pie, pie, ice cream. Pie, 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 chocolate milkshake. Notice we have finger 4 with our left hand and finger 3 with our right hand, and both of them are chocolate milkshake. Chocolate milkshake. Okay, let's try that line together. Oops. Nice work. If you want to take a quick screenshot of that one before I take it away, now's a good time, and I'll just play it one more time. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Nice work. Now we're going to move on to the next part. Our left hand is just going to walk back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and our right hand, just like we learned last week. So we'll have finger 4 with our right hand on a pie and finger 5 with our left hand. Apple. Nice work. Let's try that again. I'm going to do the counting for our right hand. Pie, 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 pie. Pie, 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 apple pie, 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 ice cream, ice cream. Nice work. Take a quick screenshot of that one if you want. And we're going to go back. It repeats to the beginning now. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And then the last part. Our left hand changes just a little bit at this part. We're going to go chocolate milkshake, chocolate milkshake, ice cream, chocolate milkshake. So it gets a little bit quicker there. So I'll slow down at that part for you guys. So we're gonna go pie, 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 ice cream, chocolate milkshake. Nice. So I switched the timing here. I was counting up here, and then I started counting our ice creams down here while our right hand was still doing pies. Let's try that with the words. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Nice work. Okay, for the finale here, I'm gonna see if I can get all of this on the screen for you guys. Okay, so here's the first half of the song. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, and let's try and play it all together. I'm just gonna sing the words. Take your time. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, nice work. And then, oh, I should have left that top one. Just swap out the bottom. Okay. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Awesome. Okay, so I went overtime. That's all the time we have for today. Tune back in next week. Here, let me turn this around so you can see me. Tune back in next week, and we're going to keep going. We're going to learn more doing stuff hands together. Today we focused on middle C position. We also did our contrary motion. So anything that we did, go back, watch this video again, take as much time as you need to practice that stuff this week. Again, if you haven't seen last week's, then you can go back and watch that one. And then next week we'll be all up to speed together. And finally, we are doing these free lessons every week. This is only piano that we're focusing on right now. If you would like to learn a different instrument, please send us a message, contact us, because we are offering a deal right now to do online lessons one-on-one. So instead of watching this and not having me give you any feedback, we'll do a Zoom chat. We can chat back and forth together, and we can do any instrument that you want. And it's not going to be just me. I've got tons of great teachers, and we're trying to keep them employed right now. So yeah, please send us a message, sign up. The deal that we have right now is 6 lessons for $150. So that's a lot cheaper than our normal rate when we come to your house. So yeah, make sure you send us a message, sign yourself up, sign someone else up. And otherwise, we can still see you next week back here, 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and we'll keep going and learn some more stuff together. Awesome. Okay, stay safe, everyone. Take care.